10 cars lining up here for heat number 1. Here we go. Your starting grid. 10 drivers lining it up here for heat number 1. Anthony Morano there in front. Starting out there on the pole for Full Throttle Motorsports. Driving in number 32 to his outside from Billings Motorsports. The 66 Chad Lackey there starting second. Row number 2 inside Full Throttle Motorsports. William Watson driving the number 23 will start third. They're in, and you might be asking why fourth? Well, that is because they invert the top 4 here. So if you qualify first, you start fourth. Starting here in row number 3, inside out of Canada, the 17 of Shane Billings there in the number 5 position. To his outside, Tom Alice in the number 68 will start 6th here in heat number 1. Row number 4, the inside, Jonathan Tahophagen there in the number 21. Starting 7th to his outside, Can-Am Racing Team number 513 of Jeff Barker starting there in 8th. And row number 5, the last row here for your heat number 1, the inside, going to Chris Getzi there in the number 9 for Full Tilt Racing in the number 441. And Sean Green to his outside in number 27, starting there in 10th. Full field here tonight for heat number 1 as we get them set to drop the hammer here. We'll have to see exactly how this plays out tonight as they roll down that long straightaway here at USA. USA's a long straightaway, long sweeping turns here. Yeah, here we go. Trying to figure out why I have no sound where I want it. And they work off turn number 4. Hopefully everybody there is having the sound they need. All correct. They work there off the corner, down through here, off of turn 3 and 4. And across here in the 1 and 2, final lap there for Trevor Guru and Rylan Banks, who are out front, down the back straightaway here through 3 and 4. Off the corner they go. Trevor Guru there in front gets the win here in heat number 2. Hey, come there now, off. Everybody looking good. And your heat number 2 here tonight. It's gonna be Trevor Guru with that win. Rylan Banks in second. Billy Roberts there in third. Randy Shreves in fourth. Errol Klopp fifth. Terry Waller sixth. Andy Patton there in seventh. Scott Thomason there in eighth. Alton Forte there in ninth. And Ryan Elsie rounds out your field there in 10th. We'll be back after a short message here. Don't go anywhere. Your main event coming up right after.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
right. Back here from the speedway. Hopefully I got it situated here as they come out here. Your starting grid here tonight. And gonna be 20 drivers. We got Chad Lackey in the 66 from Billing Motorsports starting out there on the pole. Trevor Guru there in second. And the Full Throttle Motorsports number 75, Trevor Guru. Row number 2 inside Full Throttle Motorsports number 32, Anthony Morano starts there in third. Ryland Banks in fourth here tonight in the 76 out of Canada. Row number 3 inside at 23 up from Full Throttle Motorsports. William Watson starting fifth. Billy Roberts in the 099 starting there in sixth. Row number 4 inside K&M Racing Teams number 513 and Jeff Barker starting seventh with the LGR Motorsports number 56 of Randy Shreve there in 8th. The 27 of Sean Green will start 9th tonight, row number 5, and to his outside of row number 5, Harold Plump in the number 19 starting 10th. Row number 6 inside of 17 of Shane Billings there in 11th here tonight with Terry Walters in the 327 starting in 12th. Starting in 13th here tonight, Dean Reynolds for Super Dirt Car Series, the number 79, to his outside, Andy Patton in 14th. For Fossil Fuel iRacing in the number 87. Row number 8 inside Full Tilt Racing, the number 441. Chris Borghetti is there, starts 15th. To his outside, the 16th spot will be starting Scott Thomason Racing's own Scott Thomason in the number 6. Here in row number 9, this wonderful evening as they slide on through turn 1 and 2. The 358 modifieds here brought to you by Hawks Garage. As they roll here in the 3 and 4. Cadillac, he has company from Trevor Guru, Ryland Banks, and Anthony Morano battle it out as they battle all over the place there behind them. There you see the 441, Chris Spaghetti. As Dean Reynolds tries to force his way there underneath the patent, couldn't quite get there. He got the 6 of Thomason right there behind him, down through turn 3 and 4. Morano there in second, and they work off the corner. William Watson there in fourth. Randy Shreves there in 6. Harold Plump there in 7. Keep it going there down the back straightaway here through turn 3 and 4. Jeff Barker there in the 513 looking underneath of Harold Plump. Couldn't quite get there that time. Out front we got a battle for the lead going on as Trevor Guru does the slide here through 1 and 2, but Chad Lackey brings it back down the back straightaway. Just look at that 66 bounce off of turn number 2 down there on the bottom here at 3 and 4. Gets the bounce once again. We watch Trevor Guru slide it there off turn 4. Going to try to get up there to make something happen, but we got a caution out here. Chris Barghetti, Andy Patton, Andy Patton getting together here. See what happens here with you on the pole. Instant replay. You watch there. There's the number 441 coming off the corner right there behind the 27 of Sean Green. Not sure. We'll see here if we can figure out what might have happened. He comes down the back straightaway. Where's Andy Patton at? Andy Patton. Oh, there's what happened. Big pileup. More than just those two involved. Andy Patton's up there in the outside wall. Did he get help getting up into there? Does not look like it. Just looks like he got tight up there and just bounces right up onto that cushion up into the outside wall. Tries to get it straightened back out, but then they go 3 wide and just not enough room there as the... Who is that? That's the 21. Jonathan Tahopajan comes up across the nose of Andy Patton, and it just piles things all up there. Chris Barghetti just nowhere to go. As you see, they come here to pit road to get those cars fixed up. Watson, Ryland Banks there in a fifth as they get them all lined back up here. Lights go out. We're going to go back. Green flag racing. We're down there now off the corner. Green flag back in the air down here through off the corner. Green flag off of turn number 4, 26 laps to go down the front straightaway. Down lagging out there in front. There's you watching come off the corner. The 75 there, Triggeroo. And Murano, William Watson there. Down the back straightaway here through turn 3 and 4. Right there through 4. Going underneath of William Watson. The Chalagi there in the front, still leading the way out over top. Second caution here tonight. Alton Forte and Tom Alice get together. I see him come down that back straightaway. There's the 61 of Alton Forte. Tom Alice there in the 68, just ahead of him. So I'm going to guess it starts somewhere up here around the 68. And he goes down here through turn 3. Hugs the bomb just a little too close, catches that bottom, and ends up coming up the racetrack. And the 61 just not enough place to really adjust. And Alton Forte gets into the back of Tom Atlas. All right, there we go. And back 5 here. Chalaki as your race leader. Trevor Guru there in second. William Watson now up there in the third as he got around Anthony Morano. Ryland Banks there in a fifth. We got the Hawks Garage 358s ready to rock and roll here once again. Down there off the corner, here we go. There's the 75T there in the middle. Cadillac getting off to a great run. William Watson as well there on the inside. Here comes Watson getting another great run there through turn 3 and 4. There on the bottom side, Trevor Guru, Anthony Morano there trying to hang on to 4th, but he's got company from Ryland Banks as Ryland gets there below the 75T to Trevor Guru. And those cars just bouncing away down here on that back straightaway. See if we can get a look at just how much wheel everybody's putting into here. Here we're on board with Trevor Guru. We got that gyro cam hooked up here tonight on a couple of these machines. There as he works through turn 1 and 2. Just look at that thing bouncing around. And here's your leader, Chad Lackey, out of Stittsville, Ontario. They head there through turn 3 and 4, trying just to keep it together. Andy Morano up there trying to work his way through. He gets there to the back bumper of the 76 of Ryland Banks, down here through turn 1 and 2, up there along the outside edge. Cadillac, William Watson really battling out here. They're on board now out of Moody, Alabama, William Watson up there in second. And we got another yellow tag here. And it's time for Ryan Halsey, Randy Shreves, and a few others. All right, see Ryan Halsey in the 027. Up there along that top cushion, coming there off the corner. Down there on the bottom side is the 87 of Andy Patton. They come off the corner. I'm just not sure this is where it is. We're going to wait one more corner. Oh, no, there it is, up in front. Up in front of them. Here they work down at USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida. There you see, they're just all stacked up there, and it looks to be the 21 there. Jonathan Hoffagen, the 327 of Terry Walters. The 56, Randy Shreves. Somebody goes up and over. I want to say that's to Hoffagen. That is to Hoffagen going up and over. Now we got a few cars broke there on the back straightaway. Trying to get them all back around here to the front. Tough break here for some of those drivers that we head on out here now. William Watson there in the second spot. Up there on the top side. Here they come. You got the 23 there, William Watson. Single file now. As they work here off turn 4. Borghetti has a black flag here at the back. And they come down there now in the corner, number 1 and 2 down there on the bottom side. Kevin Garrou's trying to get there. Can't quite get there as of yet. Watson there in the middle of the racetrack now up here against that outside wall down the back straightaway. Here through turn 3 and 4 as they try to chase down that leader of Chad Lackey. Ryland Banks there in a 4th, and Morano in a 5th as he worked out across the stripe. Morano now looking there through the middle of 1 and 2. Banks stays right there with that same type of line. Now you watch that 75T Trevor Garrou go down the back straightaway. Now here through turn 3 and 4, down on that inside line, goes Garrou, and Watson runs that high line. And we're seeing a couple of different lines there. There we got the 6. Hang on to it. As the 6 ends up getting loose there, cases it, does save it, only loses one spot there to Andy Patton as Andy Patton gets around him. Randy Shreves there in 14th. After a struggle there up front, here comes the 23 of Watson looking to the outside of Lackey. 16 laps to go here at USA. They head on out here down the back straightaway out of 2. Watson up there along the outside wall, squeezing it in there. Lackey down there through the middle. Lackey's now going to have to try to work his magic there as he's in the slick of it. Down there on the bottom. Watson up there on that pressure stuff, up there on the top side. And it's going to see which lane prevails. Watson gets a little bump there off the corner. Lackey still having a little bit of grip there on the bottom out of 2. Watson still tries to make that outside work, which he is doing up there along the top edge. Lackey still trying to make that inside work for him. Can't quite do it. He'll pull back in line behind Watson. Here comes Garrou to see if he can fight underneath. And I just think that inside line has kind of whittled. Well, maybe not. We'll see what Garrou can do here. Maybe he can prove me wrong. I thought that inside line went away a little bit, but Garrou is hitting it okay there, trying to get around Lackey. Hey, battling, just not enough there. Same thing going on here for Anthony Morano as he battles Ryland Banks. Morano's down there on the inside. Banks up there on the high side. Man, that outside's looking just as rough as that inside line as they work there in the 3 and 4. Fox Garage 358 here from your Coast to Coast Racing League. Let it work out here through off of 4. Down the front straight away. Watson there trying to hang on to the lead. Lackey trying to get underneath him. Guru there as well. Guru's going to dive all the way down possibly. And he will. He'll dive down below Lackey. Lackey trying to just keep that momentum up there on that high side to come off the corner to stay with Watson. Down there through turn 1 as they now don't go to the bottom. Lackey tries to see if he can pull something off there. Gets underneath. Gets a little bit too much hop out of the left rear of that machine. That's going to lose some momentum there out of the 66 as he works down here through turn 3 and 4. Here comes Guru down there underneath. Harold Clark Morano back here a little way as Clark battles with Ryland Banks. Ryland Banks struggling there on the high side a little bit. You can see just how much that car is off and around. Let's go on board here with Harold Clump a moment as he tries to get that car to settle in there. I'm sorry, not Harold Clump, but Ryland Banks. He tries to get that car to settle. Just look at that bounce out of that 76 machine. Coming there off turn number 2 or 4 down here through 1 and 2. He's just doing everything he can to keep that power down and plant it to the tracks. As unfortunately, that suspension here tonight not working here for him. As he goes down there on the bottom of the turns, trying to gain every little inch he can. And fighting with that wheel as they come there now off of the corner. Chad Lackey there. In second underneath Watson once again. And you can keep a track of that gap there on your screen as they work down here to the final lap. That was still green flag racing here off the corner. And you got that 66 there, Lackey trying to find a way around Watson. Guru there in a 3rd, Morano 4th, Ryland Banks there in 5th, Kelly Roberts in 6th. They keep it rolling. Watson out there in front, got a half-second lap. Bargetzi with another black flag here. Not sure what that black flag is for. They roll around there on the bottom side of the speedway. There you see the 23 of Watson out there in front. Lackey there 2nd. Guru there in 3rd. Morano back here in 4th. He tries to find that extra grip he needs out of that 66 machine to get up there and battle with Watson. Watson hanging on to the lead there out of turn number 2. On that high side, but Lackey's trying to get there and find a way to swing a line in. He gets up there to the back bumper. There's just a quarter-second back now, coming off turn number 4. Drops back to about a 1/3 of a second there as they work through 1 and 2. Down there through off the bottom. I'm worried about a short slider will kind of work here through 1 and 2. I don't know as they work down that back straightaway. In through 3 and 4. Watson out there in front for FTM. There you see Guru and Lackey battling out. As Guru there in the 75 Ts trying to find his way around. Up here in the top. And Morano's sitting here in a 4th. 3 laps to go. Ryland Banks, Billy Roberts. Now you can watch him coming there off turn number 2. Roberts there to 99 for lead. Leadfoot Mafia. Oh man, I'm pretty sure that's what LFM is. Leadfoot Mafia. Yeah, there it is. Leadfoot Mafia. Great looking car there for Gears Unlimited. Everyone watching still out there in front. Lackey in 2nd. Guru there in a 3rd. And Morano back here in a 4th. Banks getting that thing settled out now. Final lap here for Watson. Means Lackey has to do something this lap. 23 gets a hopping down the back straightaway. trying to haul himself to victory here tonight. As he's down there on the bottom. Lasky up there on the top, going to try and cut down. Does he do it? No, he doesn't. Gets a little hop there. Watson gets the victory here tonight with a hooked bumper from Chad Lackey into 66 to pull off second. Trevor Guru there in the third. Watson brings home the win here at USA tonight in that number 23 machine. Great job there as he brings it around here to victory lane. Your official results finally coming in here. It's going to be William Watson getting that win. Lackey second, Trevor Guru there in third, Anthony Verona fourth, Brown Banks fifth, Phil Roberts there in sixth, Dean Reynolds seventh, Shane Billings there in eighth, Harold Plump there in ninth, John Green in 10th, Andy Patton in 11th, Jeff Barker there in 12th, Randy Shreves in 13th, Jerry Waldo 14th, Scott Thomason, he'll finish 15th tonight, Brian Elsby there in 16th, with Alan Forte there in 17th, 18th tonight. That's going to be finishing the number 68 of Tom Alice, Chris Borghetti there in the 441, finishes 19th, Jonathan Hoffagen there in a 20th. Well, we're going to go ahead and get with your podium here in just a moment. And these drivers had a great run here in the 358. Trevor Guru getting third here tonight. Good evening here, Trevor. How's it going? You there, Trevor? Hold on a moment. I think I got things goofed up. Yep, there's where the problem lies. There you go. Now I should hear you. Yeah, I got you. Let's hope that they got you on air. There we go. Now we're set. Man, oh man. So what you think of USA here tonight?
Oh, it was good, man. Track had some character. It was rough, and it was fun.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was a little rough here tonight, getting around, but it seems like you guys handled it pretty well. Just a few of them, corners seem like you guys are riding a bull rather than a race car.
Yeah, it was rough, but I mean, it's fun. The top was there for a while, but I kind of switched up my lines to get away from the bumps and hoping that if I could stay away from the bumps, that maybe I could get a run on Chad if he was losing too much momentum. But he was doing a good job at running through the bumps and making sure he wasn't losing time. So yeah, it was a really good race. Congrats to Bart and Chad. It was good, tight racing. I think any of the top three probably could have won it, and yeah, that's what we want. Good show for the fans.
You did a great job and bringing the race there to everybody. You got sponsors, shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting third place here tonight, Trevor.
Yeah, I think Hawks Garage there for sponsoring. Got to thank WRX by JT for the new wrap. You for sponsoring, or you for broadcasting. I mean, GG Drywall Services, Dean Reynolds of Super Dirt Car Series, all the guys at FTM, Dean Reynolds of Super Dirt Car. I think that's it. Everyone at Coast to Coast, everyone for putting this stuff on, and thanks to my uncle and cousin for watching, and looking forward to the next.
You did a great job, and I mean it showed here tonight, putting it there in the third place. Unfortunately, you couldn't quite finish where you started there in second, but I mean you had a great run nonetheless. What can we expect out of the big blocks here coming up?
Well, more power. I think if it's gonna be rough, I think it'll be easier to manage the roughness if there's even gonna be any. I mean, we're not gonna get as much time to work the track in, so it might not be as rough. I think the bottom will probably stay for a lot longer with the track being a little fresher, and might see the top come in. 10, 15 to go in the feature, something like that. But we'll see. It should be another good one.
Most definitely. So great job there as we get set to roll here with the big block here shortly. So good luck.
Thank you.
That was second place, Trevor Guru. Now we're get our third place, Trevor Guru. Now we'll get with Chad Lackey, our second place finisher. Good evening there, Lackey. How's it going?
Yourself, Adam?
I'm doing pretty good. You got second here tonight. Seemed like you guys really fought hard there in the top three. Kind of take us through your race tonight. I know you started on pole, but just couldn't quite hold off Watson for that win.
Oh yeah, it's always a good battle between us three up there. Yeah, early on it was just I don't know, I didn't really feel comfortable in the car. 1 and 2 was, I don't know, it was either you're on the top at the start or you're like sliding through the middle and doing a little cut down, and then later on it moved down to the bottom of the track. You get a good run off the bottom. And then 3 and 4, it was just very bumpy coming out of 4, so my car just wanted to bounce up to the wall the entire time. So yeah, just had to be in the right spot, and unfortunately I couldn't find that spot tonight in 4. So we'll take a second place tonight for sure.
I mean, that car looked great going around here at USA, and USA is kind of an interesting track. Like you said, it changes constantly throughout the night of racing.
Yeah, I've never seen. I know USA gets bumpy, but usually it's not too bad in the 358s. But that was pretty rough tonight, and I feel like a couple times it definitely costed me some time. But I did make it up in 1 and 2. I feel like I was just a little bit better than William in just 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 he had it pretty much figured out right on the berm where you need to be. I just never did that. So good job to William for the win, and Trevor for rounding out the podium.
Great job there again. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting that second place here tonight, Chad?
Yep, yourself, Adam, for doing the broadcast. Everyone at Coast to Coast and behind the scenes put this lead together. Billings Motorsports, Yurishi Media, Tommy Guns Custom, all the boys in Discord. And just want to give a shout out to Hawks Garage for coming on board and sponsoring the 58 division. And just want to say hi to anyone and hope you enjoyed the race.
Alrighty, well, great job there tonight. We'll see how you do in the big blocks coming up. Should be a great time.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
All right, that's Chad Lackey, your second place finisher. Now we'll get with William Watson, your race winner. Good evening here, Watson. How's it going?
Good about you, bud.
It's going well for me. Just trying to get things situated here the way it should be, and I think we're doing fairly well. Trying to make sure we're breathing okay with all the smoke in the area and things too. So I mean that's crazy. But man, what a great race here at Lakeland here tonight for you. You come from, I believe it was 4th to get up there in the first here to take home the victory for the Swan Speed Shop number 23.
Yeah, I mean, track was rough. My hand was hurting from all the bouncing. But luckily I had some good restarts to get up and get some positions within the first couple of laps to restart, and then it was just hunting Chad down right there, and he had a battle going and made me work for it, and that's all I can ask for, is just have fun.
Well, you did a great job there with it, and we're going to see how it plays out here as we go forward.
Yeah, see what we can do.
So you got sponsors, shout out people you want to thank?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank Chad Fresh me clean right there, and congratulate them on the second, him and Trevor on the second and third, and I want teammates at FDM, Swan Speed Shop, Stay Pro Performance, ScriptX.com, Dana Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphics for Wraps, Coast to Coast, Shaggy TV, and of course you for broadcasting.
Alrighty, well, great job, as we said. And out of Moody, Alabama, your winner, the number 23, William Watson. Great job. We'll see what you can do in the big blocks coming up here shortly.
All right, try to throw a show.
So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back here in just a few moments as we bring to you the big blocks from Expert Installation. Don't go anywhere. More racing coming up.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
All right, we're back here at the Speedway, getting things situated as usual. We get ready to go. Come on now. Why'd that quit? Don't know. That was weird. All right, so I'm trying to figure this out here. There's something. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're all right there. Perfect. All right, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. Trying to get the overlays up. Now you see there's a 327 out there getting ready, or out here qualifying. We got a couple other qualifying as well. Trying to get us our timing towers. Him come down there through off the 1 and 2. Terry Waters out here in the 327. William Austin in the 23. Why is that scooped up? Unless he's got a different car now, I don't know. All right, here we go. Heat number 1. Getting ready for the grid. For your expert installation big blocks, Ryan Elsey out there getting on that pole. Shane Billings in number 17 will start second. William Watson in the number 23 will start out there in third for Full Throttle Motorsports. Chad Lackey in the 4th position with the number 66 for Billing Motorsports. There we go. I thought we were goofed up there. Scott Rion there in the number 4 for Full Throttle Motorsports. Going to start in 5th. Randy Shreves in the 56 for LGR Motorsports, starting there in 6th. And Andy Patton there in the 87 for Fossil Fuel iRacing. Rounds out your field here tonight in 7th. As we get ready there for your heat race coming up. So here we are. We're trying to get this all situated correctly. I don't understand why I can't get the this to work. It should be, but it's not. Maybe, and I can get it to connect. I don't know. Something's not working here correctly like I want it to. Hey, come there, side by side, down the back straight away. Ryan Halsey down there on the bottom in that 027. Coming there now off the corner. Down there off there through turn 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. There it is. Alright, so that works there now. That works there now. Alright, we should be back ready to roll here now. Bring it on down there out of corner number 2 down that back straightaway. Lackey now out there to the front with Watson there in second. Halsey drops back here to third. But Randy Shreve there in that 4th spot. William Watson there in second. Brian Halsey there along in the 3rd. Randy Shreves there 4th. All single file, Lackey out front, Watson there second, Halsey there in 3rd. 3 laps to go. Here's these big blocks winging around here. Lakeland, USA International Speedway. We're probably one of my favorite tracks, as I've said before. But Watson there in second. There we watch him. Shane Billings, Andy Patton, Scott Rehome rounding out your field back there in that number 4. There you see that 56 the 56 Randy Shreves behind Ryan Halsey. Lackey still leading the way out there in front. Watson there in second. Quick flop from how they were last race. They finished 1-2, but it was Watson out there getting that win. Lackey there in second. Final lap here for your expert insulation big blocks. Trying to adjust this so that it makes sense and things. We got them rocking and rolling here tonight, trying to make sure that we don't go and have problems here tonight with the thing cutting out. I noticed we had a slight issue with that before, so we're just trying to make sure we keep it in a steady pace here as we all get rolling here tonight for the main event here. Here is your results for heat number 1. They're going to be Chad Lackey getting that win. William Watson in second. Ryan Halsey there 3rd. Randy Shreves there in 4th. Shane Billings 5th. 6th going to go to Andy Patton. Scott Rehome there in 7th. Heat number 2 here for the grid. We got one more time around here, I believe. Terry Walters in the 327 there, getting that pole position. K&M Racing Team, the 513. Jeff Barker in second. Trevor DeRue there in 3rd. And we have here Billy Roberts in the 099 starting there for us. Joe Klump in the 19 starting 5th. Anthony Morano in the number 32. Rounds out your field here for that Full Throttle Motorsports team in 6th. Trying to make sure we got everything set okay as we get the thing rocking and rolling here tonight. And it is now off of the corner they go. keep it rolling there off of the corner. Down the back straight away, here through 3 and 4, a little touch there, and they get together, big pilot there off the corner. There you see Billy Robbins in the 99. Going around, Terry Walters in the 327 also gets caught up in that. Parker out there to an early lead as they work it on down there out of the corner. I like you're getting that, that's not what I want. I want this. Down there through turn 1 and 2. Through 3 and 4 now on to the front straightaway. Peru with the lead over top of Parker. Parker works his way out there through the present cars. Andy Morano there up to third, and he's making a decent way up there through the field here tonight. Big block modified. And then Parker works there on turn 4, trying to take down Trevor. Peru having a decent run here tonight as well. Morano's there in third, up along that high side there. Working off a 2 down the back straightaway. Coming here through turn 3 and 4. Around here now in the corner, 1 and 2, 2 left to go here for Trevor Giroux. And down here now off of the corner they go as they work through off here through 1 and 2. Giroux there, final lap, the white flag in the air. Jeff Parker there second, Andy Morano there third. Here comes Trevor Giroux off the bottom of four, black or checkered flags unfurled. And it's going to be Trevor Giroux to get that heat number 2 win here tonight at Lakeland, Florida, here at USA Speedway. Your heat 2 results going to be coming in here shortly. Here we go. Heat number 2. Gonna be Trevor Giroux getting that win. Jeff Parker second, Anthony Morano third. Harold Plump there fourth. Gary Waters fifth. Billy Roberts there in sixth. We got a field of about 15 drivers here tonight, if I'm looking at everything correct. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. Get more racing after this.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Back here from the speedway we are as we get rolling here tonight for your 358 mods. No, I'm sorry, your big block mods. As they get set to rock and roll here tonight. Let's see what they got. And here we go. Starting grid. Your starting grid is as follows. It's going to be William Watson starting there on the pole. As Cadillac has an EOL here tonight for your feature. So that's going to move William Watson there into that pole position. Goes outside Trevor Carew. There in 75T Full Throttle Motorsports. Pro number 2 on that inside at 23. William Watson also for Full Throttle Motorsports. Goes outside in fourth to 513 from Can-Am Racing. Jeff Barker. Pro number 3 inside JWR Motorsports. The 027 Ryan Elsey in the number 5 position here to roll things off tonight. Kicking things off in the 6th position is going to be the Anthony Morano machine, number 32 for Full Throttle Motorsports. There behind him in row number 4 on that inside, Randy Shreve in the 56 for LGR Motorsports, Harold Puckman in the 19. Starting there in 8, row number 5 inside out of Canada in 17. Shane Billings there in 9th position. And in 10th tonight, that's going to start the number 327 of Kerry Waters. Row number 6 inside the 87 of Andy Pat there in 11th. With Billy Roberts there in the 099. Scott Rio starting. Scott Rio going to be starting in 11th, sorry. And the whole inside moved up a row, so I got that all out of order. Scott Rio starting 11th. Billy Roberts there in the 099. Starting 12th. Starting 13th tonight is that of Chad Lackey with that feature EOL. Now, if you're wondering what EOL is, for some of you that might not realize, that is your end-of-line penalty here through the Coast to Coast Racing League, penalized for something that happened last week. So, unfortunately, I wasn't here, so I don't know the gist of what might have went down, but that is what that end-of-line penalty stems from, is the race last week. Trevor Carew out there in a great start, 30 laps here at Lake Lynch, Florida for USA Speedway and these big blocks here from the Coast to Coast Racing League. If you're interested in joining Coast to Coast, go to their page, C2CRL.com. Again, that is C2CRL.com. So join the racing action that you're seeing here on this Thursday night. If you're watching over at Flicker Farm Motorsports, or sorry, Flicker Farm TV, and we are bringing you this live here to the Coast to Coast Racing Network, along with the Flicker Farm TV. Under the Flicker Farm TV description should be a link to the Coast to Coast Racing League website for you that start for you to be able to join in. They work there off corner number 3 and 4. LZ there, 5th, Randy Shreve there, 6th, Billings there in 7th, Harold Plum there in 8th. Heather Barrow went down there through 1 and 2, Kerry Waters there 9th. Roberts works there underneath Waters as they work down the back straightaway. Dust flies, dirt flies here at Lakeland. We're underneath that Florida sky. 26 laps to go here for the big block. Everybody kind of single file out as they work down there through off the corner. Still seem a little quiet here. We're going to see if we can pick that up a little bit. And then work through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Casey Parker in third, Guru there second, Watson out there in front. The same top three as we saw last race. I'm pretty sure. There was Wacky up there at the front. I can't remember who third place was. Yeah, it was Wacky. Wacky ended up third. Then you had Watson there in front. Watson now falls back there. Not sure what happened to him. Parker now takes over second. Guru takes over the lead. Randy Shreves there underneath. Morano trying to make something happen as he's over top of Ryan Elsie. Looking there through the middle. Morano way up there against that outside wall. Watson trying to find something here late in this one. Or, I'm sorry, midway through this race. We were here with 23 laps to go. Andy Pat out of this one as he jumps to the pit. Ryan Elsie there in 7th, Shane Billings 6th as they still battle it out. Nobody so far able to catch the 75T of Trevor Guru. As Jeff Barter is there in the second, Watson there in the third. Morano fourth, Shreves there fifth, Shane Billings there in sixth. Ryan Elsie, then Billy Roberts, Harold Plump in the 9th spot. Trevor Guru down here now off the corner. As they keep working there, Barker, then Watson. Morano, though, he'll work that top side, getting around Watson, and now into the outside wall. That's going to help Shreves get around him down there on the lower side. Morano now, he's going to try to find his groove once again, work into the inside of Watson. Just going to make sure he doesn't quite touch that nose of the 32, or I'm sorry, no, of the 56. Shreves. Morano now back to the outside of Watson, down that back straightaway, once again into that outside wall. Work there down through turn 3 and 4. Morano trying to work that middle, get underneath of Watson here, coming off a fourth, can't quite get there. Galacki, he's trying everything he can to get back up here into the field a little bit. They work underneath the 19 of Harold Plump. The 99 Billy Roberts sits there in 8th. Trevor Guru just put it on autopilot out here at the moment. Here in front. Driving at 075, Jeff Parker battling here with Watson. As Watson works there underneath. He's going to definitely have the power to put him wherever he wants to almost. I just see Parker. Here comes Billings down there on the inside. Can we see 4 wide? I don't know. We definitely got 3 wide coming off turn 2. With Billings down there on the inside. Morano there through the middle. And they stack it up there. A little bump there. Parker had Parker get shoved up the racetrack. Morano now there in the 4th. Trying to chase down Billings. Billings now up there to the outside. Here comes Morano looking underneath the Billings. And they work there down the back straight away. Now here's off turn 4 down the front straight away. Watson there second. Billings there in third. Morano there in the 4th. Watson, Billings. Jeff Barter back here in a 5th. As you see, Billings and Morano still battling it out. That's for 3rd spot. 14 laps to go. Watson there in 2nd. Guru out here in front. They keep it rolling there off the back straightaway, down here through the front, and out here through 1 and 2. 13 laps to go. And they battle on down now out of the corner. Down the back straightaway. Barter, then Shreves. Down through the back straightaway. And Guru, Watson, Morano, all battling out there. Halsey, Blackie, Shreves. There we watch Harold Plump now. He's back here in 10th. Green battles it out there with Roberts. Roberts getting a little loose there on the bottom. Trying to work underneath it. Reed's going to drive a hard time there off the top side. Watson there now off turn 2. Guru out there in front. Morano here in the third. Coming off of 4. It's going to be 10 laps to go to come across the line. Watson, Morano, Billing, Parker, Elsie, all battling it out here. There you see Lackey down there on the bottom. He's trying to work his way back up there towards the front after getting that feature ELL tonight. That end of line penalty kind of put a dampening on his night here tonight. Randy Shreves had great runs last night, but struggling here at USA tonight. He ran really well at Lima Land and Lernerville last night, just unfortunately could not find that groove here tonight so far. At USA, as you watch come out of turn number 4. Here come Morano, Billings, Barker, Lackey, Elsie, and Roberts. Working there now off turn number 2, down the back straightaway. 8 laps to go here for your main event of the Big Block Modifieds from the Coast to Coast Racing League. This is brought to you by the Expert Installation. Off Garage 3 raced previously. Now we're into your Expert Installation. Andy Morano, Shane Billings, Jeff Parker, Chad Lackey, Ryan Elsie. Roll there off the corner. We had about 3, maybe 4 cautions in the 358. We have no cautions as of yet, knock on wood, as they come down through the front straightaway into corner number 1 and 2. Anthony Morano, Shane Billings, Jeff Barger, keeping it working down there off corner number 1 and 2. Heading into 3 and 4 as Peru hangs on there to the lead with Morano there in third, trying to chase down second place. William Watson. Watson just unable to go and close that gap. They work there now off turn 2 down back straightaway. Guru keeps leading. Then Watson second, Morano third, Billings fourth, and Parker rounding out the top 5 at this moment in time. But look at the run there from Chad Lackey as he gets underneath. He's going to try to slide it there. He'll get up there to the top side. But Barger might have enough there. He'll dump it down there on the bottom. He's going to slide up a little bit. That's going to allow Lackey to get back underneath it. Back out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. This is a battle for 5th and 6th between Lackey and Barker. Lackey now dives it in deep there, slides it up there. Here comes Barker now to the inside. Can't make enough of a run though, as Lackey gets himself back into 5th position here tonight. With 3 laps to go, Billings there 4th, Morano 3rd, Watson 2nd, and Guru out there in the lead. And they back come out of turn number 4. Down there off the start-finish line. Down through, off the corner. Watson there second, Morano there in 3rd. We try to keep this sound and audio working the way we need it to. Trying to keep it balanced, but... Alright, here we go now. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Morano, Watson, Guru. How we watch Guru out there, out front. Coming off turn number 4, Watson up there at the top side. Morano there in 3rd. Billings there for Chad Lackey, Jeff Barger, Ryan Elsie, Billy Roberts, Randy Shreves, and then Harold Klump as Trevor Guru rolls it down the back straightaway. He got your win here tonight. Lakeland, Florida, here at USA International Speedway, 375T for FTM to victory lane. Behind him, William Watson and Anthony Morano rounding out your top 3. Your feature results are as follows. Trevor Guru, William Watson gets 2nd, Anthony Morano there 3rd, Shane Billings 4th, Chad Lackey there in 5th, Jeff Barger 6th, Ryan Elsie there 7th, Billy Roberts 8th, Randy Shreves there in 9th, Air Pump Tent, Scott Rione, they're in 11th. Terry Walter, they're 12th. Andy Patton in 13th. So here we go now with getting with your podium finishers. We wait to see here who we get here. Looking for Morano, Watson, and Guru. I'll start with Watson here, as he's the person I can get a hold of here. Good evening there, Watson. How's it going?
Good about you, bud?
It's going really well. How's USA been so far tonight? I know the 3v8 seem to be really bumpy. How'd they feel here in the big blocks?
The bumps is what cost me the lead. I'll be honest with you. I was running bottom, felt good on the bottom, but I like the high line, so went to try it one lap, and as soon as I hit the bumps, just straight into the wall. It just pushed me up there. I couldn't stop the car from sliding up, and caught it. Had to get out of it and get it back under me, and then go again. And Trevor was too far gone. He's too fast to catch up to him. I was doing everything I could.
I mean, you had the big block pretty well hooked up there at the front. Just unfortunately, just a few, you and Morano couldn't really find that same grip and momentum that Guru had.
Yeah, I mean, I had to search for it, especially after I hit the wall. If I wouldn't have balled, it would have been a really good race between most likely me, Trevor, and Anthony, because when I hit the wall, I was in front of Anthony right there. So, yeah, it would have been a real good race to watch. But, of course, I made a mistake and had to live with it.
A great job getting second here tonight in the big blocks. So far, having a pretty decent run here. You had a podium finish last race in the 3v8s, and now you got one here in the big blocks. So who's your sponsor, shout-out, people you want to thank here tonight?
Teammates at FGM, Swans B Shops, Super Performance, GripX.com, Dirt Car Series, Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast, and you for broadcasting.
All right, great job there, William, and have yourself a great weekend coming up, and hopefully we'll see you around the track next week.
All right, bud. Thank you.
That's William Watson. We're going to get with Anthony Morano now, your third place finisher. Good evening there, Anthony. How's it going?
Hey, Fleeger, what's going on, buddy?
Other than being warm and having smoke everywhere, I mean, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I heard it's a bad time to have some asthma up your way.
It's worse the farther north you go. I'm surprised it made it to Butler, PA, to be truthful with you. I mean, I was not expecting that.
I got family on the coastline in New Jersey, and they got smoke everywhere, too. So, I mean, it's pretty gnarly.
That's what I'm saying. It's just all them fires there in Canada. We're hoping everybody up there stays safe and everything. But here tonight, great run there from you out of that number 32 FTM machine. Kind of take us through your thoughts here at USA. I know you struggled a little bit in the 358, but you seem to have found something here in the big blocks.
Yeah, I was able to more get through the bumps a little better. This track gets so uncontrollably bumpy. It's insanity. So pretty much everything you're doing is just trying to avoid bumps. So I was able to get the car to rotate pretty good up on the top in one. And so, I mean, it's very hit or miss. You get a little too high and you're in the fence and you're stuck there and you're not getting out. But it worked out. I'm a little tricky in 3 and 4, trying to find a spot where I was comfortable, where I was fast enough. By the time I found how to get the car to work the way I wanted to on both ends, it was already a little late to do too much. So just tried to reel Bart in there, and we'll take an FTM sweep in the big blocks.
Well, you did pretty well here in the big block and brought it up there into a podium spot. I haven't looked at points yet for this season. I'll probably end up doing that next week. But, man, it seems like you're having a blast out there so far this season.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. Finally got my work schedule to let me actually get on here and do some racing. So it's nice to be able to get back on, race with the boys, and come back and run with these guys out here on the league. And get to relax a little bit.
Relaxing's always a good thing, right?
That's what they're telling me anyway.
Well, you did a great job tonight, and we got. Did we go through your sponsors and shout-outs here for that third place finish?
Yeah, we can do that. That never hurts. Yeah, like my wife Sherry, the boys at FTM, Super Duker, Swan Speed Shop, griphack.com, Vertex Graphics, Shaggy TV, Expert Installation, Expert Installation for sponsoring the big blocks, and Adam, you for doing the broadcast and everyone at Coast to Coast.
Alrighty, great job there tonight. We'll see how it goes here the rest of the season for you.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
That was third place finisher Anthony Morano. Now we'll get with Trevor Guru, your finisher or your winner here tonight. Good evening there, Trevor. How's it going?
Good, you?
And it's going really well. Now take us back to the 358s. I know you finished on the podium, you finished on the podium, correct?
Yeah.
Now, did you win the 358s? I can't remember.
No, I finished third.
You finished third?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were on the podium. I just couldn't remember where at in the lineup. And but great job bringing it out here. You found something here in the big blocks and really just laid the rails down and got yourself the victory here at USA. Was the track a little less bumpy here in the big blocks than it was in the 358s, or was it a little worse? So, kind of take us through how that car handled here in the big blocks.
Yeah, no, it was still rough for the feature. I mean, the heats, it was okay. And then as soon as we went out there for the feature and ran 5-10 laps, it got pretty bad. I mean, you're bouncing for most of the front stretch and the back stretch. Just yeah, it was pretty rough, but kind of learned in the 358 how to handle it, and you can choose to run under them, but it kind of messes up your entry a little bit. So I kind of just decided to run through them, and got fortunate there with the mistake from Bart, and after that I just kind of just hit my marks, went up, got up to a 2.5 second lead, and then I could see in my relative that Bart was catching, so I had to change my line and figure out what he was doing, and he was still catching me. So I mean, he probably should have won tonight. If it wasn't for the mistake he made, he probably would have. But that's racing, and yeah, we'll definitely take it.
Oh, great job, and you have sponsor shout-outs who you want to thank for getting that victory here in the big blocks?
Yeah, I think all my teammates at FTM, everybody at Coast to Coast, Expert Installation for sponsoring, Dean Reynolds Super Duker Series. Thank my uncle and my cousin for watching, WRX by JT for the new wrap, GG Drywall Services, yeah, everybody on board the race car, everybody behind the scenes, all the fans watching. Looking forward to the Pro Lates.
Alrighty, well, good luck in the Pro Lights as we get set and ready for them. And we'll see how well that goes here tonight. So congrats again on your win here at USA for the big blocks, and we'll see what you can do in the Pro Late Bottle coming up here shortly.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that is Trevor Guru, your winner here with your big block modifieds, brought to you by Expert Installation. And we will be back here after a small break to bring you the Pro Late Models. Last night you watched the Limiteds at Lima Land. Tonight you're watching the Pro Lates here at USA. So don't go anywhere. We got more racing coming up. As we said, much more racing action.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
All right, sorry for that little bit of delay. We are back here, though, from the Speedway. Now we get set to rock and roll. Here with the Pro Late models, and I'm not seeing any at the moment. But we got about 6 of them ready to go, and there's one, there's the 12, or I'm sorry, the 121, Trevor Frank. They're out here getting set, ready to rock and roll for the Pro. William Watson out there now as well, along with Billy Roberts. Checkered flag waves here. They're going to go ahead and get the racing started. We get set here with the Pro Late models. Sponsorship wanted. Or sponsorship available. And so if you want to sponsor the Pro Late models here on Thursday Night Thunder, that is available for you to do. Reach out at Coast to Coast at C2CRL.com and reach out to them all for sponsorship opportunities to where we can maybe help each other grow. You help the league grow, hopefully we can help your business grow. Coming down there through turn 3 and 4. Out on his outlap, Trevor Frank in the 121. Billy Roberts in the 9, coming down there through 1 and 2 himself. As Trevor Guru, he's laying down a quick time at the moment. They're off the bottom of 4 up here across the line. He will lay down a 20.611. He's laid down a 20.853. We're going to see what Elsie can do here. Elsie's got a 20.998. Watson, he's back here right now with a note time. We'll see what he can do. As Guru said at a 20.611, 20.784 for Trevor Frank. Here comes Watson. Across the line, Watson with a 21.089. Patton with a 21.049. 7 drivers qualified. So here, ready for the heat race. Here shortly, waiting for that flag to drop. Here is your official grid. Randy Shreves out there in front in that number 56, starting out there on pole for LGR Motorsports. Billy Roberts there second, the 099. Trevor Frank in the number 3rd spot, starting there in the 121. Trevor Guru in the 075 for FGM, starting 4th here tonight. Row number 3, JWR Motorsports, the 027 of Ryan Elsey. There in 5th, Andy Patton, the 87 for Fossil Fuel iRacing. There in the 87, the number 23 from Full Throttle Motorsports. William Watson, there in 7th. That is your starting grid here for your heat race. Green flag is in the air. It's unfurled. It's waving. They should be going. Corner number 1. Then dirt flag. C3. That car will look familiar to a few people. And that new C2C team that went to victory lane last night. Now they head here through turn a 3 and a 4. As they bump and bounce around there at the back. Billy Roberts being ping pong ball all the way to the back. He gets pinballed around the field. Frank out there in the front. Shreves there in 2nd. Guru here in a 3rd. He dives down there on the bottom. And I think usually if you can get that bottom to hook up, that might be the quickest way around this racetrack. If you can dive it in there, and don't be afraid to cut that grass a little bit. There in the corner number 1. They head down that back straightaway. You see that 35T getting it dove in there, down there. Not close to the bottom quite, but he does get it around Randy Shreves as he comes down that front straightaway here through 1 and 2. At 35K here, Trevor Guru. Real close there to that grass. 38, Trevor Frank. There out front. As Trevor Guru here as we got 5 laps to go here in the heat race. Down through the front straightaway. The gyro cam here went on board with Trevor Guru, and you can just see how he has to handle that machine. Down the front straightaway here in the corner 1 and 2. And you can just see how he's got that thing just lifting there. Has to cut it real tight there in the corner and then get back, get it straight again. And he chases down that 121. What a line there from Guru. And there he goes, dives it in there to the bottom. Gonna hang it down there across there at the wall. Brings it up off. Has to keep it low now because he's there beside the 121 of Trevor Frank. Yeah, he's down there across the bottom. Keeps it wound up there. What a run there. Here's Trevor Guru. He got around Frank, but Frank's going to say, no, I want that spot. Frank dives it in there. He'll dive it in hard, slide it up the racetrack. Here comes Guru. Back to the bottom. Guru's going to go and slide it in here to 1 and 2. He's going to cut a little bit of grass, leave it there on the bottom. Try to keep it tight down there. Help pitch Frank as much as he can, but couldn't do it quite much there. Frank dives it in. He's going to be down there. Here comes Guru. Guru gives him a shove off corner number 4. Another here in the corner number 1 and 2. Guru didn't get the line he was wanting there in the 1 and 2, but unofficial results there as it was the end of the race anyway. Trevor Frank hangs on to the lead there for heat number 1. Getting that result there. Trevor Frank getting the win. Trevor Guru there in second. Randy Shreve there third. Andy Patton fourth. William Watson fifth there. Robert there sixth. Ryan Elsey there in seventh. We'll be back after this short message. Don't go anywhere. We got more racing coming up.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
All right, we're back here at the Speedway, just about to get things kicked off here. Billy Watson out there as a quick time here in warm-ups. A grid coming to the line. Here we go. Trevor Frank starting out there on the pole with a 121. The United States. The pole. Trevor 75. They're in a third tonight to start this main event for the Indy Patent for Fossil Fuel Racing. Start four. Row number 3 inside the 23 from Full Throttle Motorsports, William Watson. Starting 5th, Billy Roberts in the 099. Starting 6th tonight with Brian Elsey in the 027, starting in 7th. Here we go. 30 laps the distance here for the Pro Late Models. As we said, you watched the limited late models last night for the Hometown Heroes. Tonight we got the Pro Late Models. One more time around here, pace car will pull off and we'll be set to rock and roll here tonight from USA International Speedway. You watch work down that backstretch here out of Lakeland, Florida. 121. There, your race leader, your pole sitter, Trevor Frank. There in the second spot, Trevor Guru. We'll see who gets the better jump. Trevor Frank is in the line I'd like to be in here. He's down there on the bottom. Can he dive it in there? Yes, he does. He'll get it dove in there. Just not enough to get around that 75 of Trevor Guru. He's got to fight it there. He'll get the move there into 3 and 4, though, to get it swung down in there that time. Guru there in second has to work around Andy Patton. As Patton there in third. Here comes Shreves down to the inside of Patton. He'll get there. 29 laps to go as they work out of 2. Watson's there as well. Trying to figure out how to get that car hooked up there tonight. Now they come there out of turn 4. Roberts there in 6th. Eckley there in 7th. Jet 75T working on the bottom side and the top side, all over the track here. Andy Patton issues here already as he's in the pits with a broken race car. Trevor Guru out there leading the way. Trevor Frank there in second. Randy Shreve there in third. Watson in fourth. So Guru got around Frank for the time being. Can Frank find what he needs to get battle it back up there? But we know Guru, he's a fast driver. Down there now out of turn 4. That gap still just a little over. A third of a second as they work down now, a half a second as they work through 1 and 2. Closest there out of 2. And now it's going to open back up a little bit there through 3 and 4. And that's where Frank's losing his speed is through 3 and 4. He's got 1 and 2 okay there. And as he gains a little bit there through 1 and 2, but he just seems to lose there through 3 and 4. I don't know what Frank is doing a little differently there through 3 and 4, but he is losing time there through 3 and 4. About almost 0.2 of a second, or at least 1.5 tenths of a second. 1500ths of a second, something like that, through turn 3 and 4. Brittany Shreves up there along that bluff, trying to find that grip. Watson underneath him. Guru still out there leading the way with Frank still trying to chase him down. Now that lead ever so slowly grows. As Guru just has 3 and 4 figured out just a little bit better. Coming there off the corner. They work up there along that top edge. You see Frank and Guru run the top line. Now, here comes Guru. He's going to run where here through 3 and 4? He's going to run it back down there to the bottom. And he slides it up off. Frank Shreves Watson now up to third. And he got the top side working there above Shreves. Shreves was going to work it down there and maybe got into the corner. Watson just a little bit. It's like I said, battle for third. As he battled on down here, out of turn number 3 and 4. Up there to the top side goes Watson. And you watch him come down through the front straightaway here in the 1 and 2. Watson up there to the top side. Same with Shreves. Shreves trying just to keep in front of Watson. We know Watson's fast. We know Shreves is fast. And those two really put on a show on Wednesday nights at times. Frank and Guru out there, 1 and 2. Shreves there in the third. We see there comes Frank off the turn for Guru heading into 1. 18 left to go here for the Pro League bumps. And they work there now off of the corner. And on there through the back, straight away through 3 and 4. Guru, Frank, 3, all working here to see where they can come out with. Well, Watson, he don't want to give up yet. Neither does Roberts. You see Roberts there in the 5th. He's trying to find something there on the bottom side of 1 and 2. And sometimes you can here at USA. That is kind of where I like to run. I like to try to stuff it to the bottom as much as I can. And let it slide off of the corner up towards the outside wall and then stuff it back in down there to the bottom, as you kind of see Roberts doing. Trying to see if Roberts is gaining a little bit there on Watson. Maybe a little bit. He's about a half a second back behind Watson. See where he is here coming through 1 and 2. See if he can close out a little bit. And he doesn't. Oh, he does maybe by 200ths. Now he lost time again as he went there to the middle. Trying to gain that lead. Now he gained some there coming off the corner. He's still sitting about a half second back. Randy Shreves, he's just about a half a second ahead of Watson. Watson there. Got a little damage there to the front corner. Probably from that contact with Shreves here a little bit ago as Shreves come up into the front corner of him. Guru working down through off of 2. Frank there off of 2 now. Sitting here in second. Shreves there third. Watson there fourth. Got to keep it rolling. Watson in fourth. Back there in a 5th. He's 3, third through 5th, kind of are at a standstill with their times, as they are each within a half a second of each other and really haven't changed any of that at all. Billy Roberts and Ryan Halsey, it seems to be a half-second gap between these guys at the back. And you got a 3, almost 4-second lead there from Guru to Frank. And then from Frank back here to Shreves is another 3 seconds. As you see there, LZ is about 8 seconds off the leader back here through the back straightaway. Guru comes across the front straightaway, so about a half a lap between the leader and the last car on track, which is Ryan LZ, as Pat is out of the race. Guru once again on autopilot out here at USA, coming here with 8 laps to go. Down through 1 and 2 there, you see him up there across the top side. And we're down there now off the corner. Off of 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Trevor Frank, Randy Shreves, William Watson, Billy Roberts, and Ryan Healthy, your field here tonight with Trevor Guru. As you see him out there in front on cruise control, leading the way. Trevor Frank back here in the second, just putting hold of Guru. And we're down there now off of 4 here, heading to the front stretch. They're off the corner. Watson there third, Shreves there in a fourth. Watson going around them. Watson now at third place. Shreves and Roberts now back here. We see Shreves trying to battle back up there to that third spot. Watson getting it a little loose there off the corner. That's going to allow Shreves to get right back up there to the bumper. They come here through 1 and 2. As you see that track migrate to that outside wall, that cushion going higher and higher here tonight. Now you see Watson going down there to the bottom of 3 and 4. Opens that gap up a little bit. I thought that bottom was still there a little bit through 3 and 4. Especially considering the leader is still running mid to bottom. Now he slides it there to the top. Off the corner and across the strike. 2 laps to go here for Trevor Guru. Trevor Frank here in second. William Watson there in third. Barney's got that white flag in his hand. It's unfurled. Here comes Trevor Guru. He'll take that white flag here at USA Lakeland, Florida. Down in the corner, number 1 and 2. Just a little bit over a half a lap to go for Trevor Guru. His race to lose, and he's got 5.5 second gap over top of second place, Trevor Frank, and he works here through turn 3 and 4. Off of 4 and out here to the front straightaway. Trevor Guru gets the win here tonight at Lakeland, Florida, USA International Speedway. Congrats there to Trevor Guru in the 75T. Your official results soon to be up, so don't go anywhere. We still got a little bit left to do here. Here is your results. Trevor Guru, Trevor Frank, William Watson, Randy Shreves, Billy Roberts, Ryan Elsey, and Andy Patton there. That is your field here tonight. That is how they finish up with the Pro Late Models. Now, getting here with your finishers, we got William Watson, Trevor Frank, and Trevor Guru. And I'm not sure which one we have there in chat just yet. We're going to go with William Watson as we know who that is. Good evening there, William. How's it going?
Good about you, bud?
It's going well. What a race it's been tonight here at USA. It seems like you had a few struggles along the way, but kind of take us through. I know you ran the big block modifieds and the modifieds there, but how does this car differ here at USA?
It's not as much. It's more like the 358s. It's not as much throttle control. I was pretty much flat out going into the corner. I may have went to 3/4 throttle in the middle and then got back on it coming out of the corner. You ain't really got to worry about breaking the tires until it really slicks off. Just a longer car is all it is. You got more surface area to cover on the wheel bases, and it's pretty much about it.
I mean, it seems like you handled it pretty well. Just unfortunately, just not the speed to go and catch those couple guys there in front of you.
Yeah, I thought I could catch Trevor, Frank, but being was it Shane got into it and I had front end damage, so still tried to catch him. I was slowly ticking away at it, but I couldn't. There was enough time, so.
Yeah, you were racing with Randy Shreve there for a good bit there,
Cheers, that's
racing
it.
hard, trying to figure out who was going to end up where, and you come out with third over top of him.
Yeah, it was a good little battle there for a minute. Like I said, we got side by side, and I don't know if I came down or he came up, and we tapped front end. It was just a little racing thing. And, I had front end damage. It was slowing me down.
I mean, you did a great job. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank.
Yeah, teammates at FDM, Swan Speed Shops, Deeper Performance, ScriptPacks.com. I'm even drawing a blank. Coast to Coast, Shaggy TV, and Youth Broadcasting.
Alrighty, well, congrats there, and you have yourself a great night, a great weekend, and stay safe out there.
You too, bud.
That's William Watson, your third place finisher. Now we'll get with second place, Trevor Frank. Good evening there, Trevor. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
It's well, and how do you think your night's been here tonight at USA? I know, you had a little bit of disappointment there in the 358s, but you come here in the Pro Late Models and you get second here. You started on pole, but just couldn't hold off Trevor Guru.
Yeah, I think that guy's cheating. I think we need to tech that car. No, he was just better than me. He could slide himself in both corners, and I was just trying to rip the grip patch on about halfway up the track, and it was significantly slower. But yeah, it was a good race, especially the heat race. We were just talking about it in the waiting room here in Discord, and that was a ton of fun. I pretty much parked it in 3 and 4 because I knew he was better than me. So, but yeah, it was a good race, a clean one for once. After last night, I was fairly disappointed, so it was nice to not get dirtied up and used up tonight, and I'm pretty happy with it.
You did a great job, and you held on there for second. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting second?
I sure do. The only car that I have wrapped for the whole series. I'd like to thank Shoot Racing Incorporated, AmRamp, Box 3 Media, and Kirsch Bridge Builders. As always, they're actually on this car, so it's nice to put them on one of the screenshots for the podium.
Well, great job, and hopefully we'll see you more in the weeks to come here at Coast to Coast as we continue to follow the point standings here.
Yes, sir. Got to defend the limited late model and midget points as best as I can, so you'll be seeing me plenty, and I'll try to get that pesky sprint car win.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Great job tonight. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
That's Trevor Frank. Now we'll get with Trevor Guru, your winner here tonight. Good evening there, Guru. How's it going?
Good, you?
It's going well. 3 podiums tonight, 2 of them being a win. You must be feeling pretty good tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. USA is definitely one of my stronger tracks. I really like this place and basically everything, especially a late model. I know what I got to do, especially in a pro late model here. It's kind of the same line every night. So, came in with high expectations and got her done. It was a good, smooth track tonight, and yeah, it was a good race, flag to flag. I know we don't get very big car counts, but I mean the names that are in here are very good, clean, fast drivers. So happy to get the win.
Well, we'd like to try to see this class grow. I know I enjoy watching it, and hopefully others enjoy it as well. And drivers, I'm sure they enjoy racing them. I mean, these are the mid-grade cars here tonight. They're not the supers, and they're not the limited, so they're right in the middle there, which I thought is a great driver's car.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like if you were to compare it to something in real life, I would say it's kind of like a 604 crate late model, something like that, and it kind of beginner friendly, and keeps everybody on the same playing field, especially with the fixed setup. So They can be a handful to drive sometimes. They like to push, but I mean, it's just you just gotta drive them and learn what you gotta do to get rid of the push. And I've been racing these damn things for 10 years now. It's you get it eventually, and it just takes a little bit of time. And you know, we've had some low car counts for a couple seasons, but you know, I'd like to be a part of the process of you know trying to figure out what we can do to make it more welcoming for guys. You know, talk to Jeff and Dean in the off season and see what we can do and to make the class a little bit more popular. It starts off really good and then it kind of dwindles down, which is normal. But like I said, the car counts get pretty low. But I mean, like I said, the guys that we have every week, they're good, clean, fast guys. So it still means the same to me, even if we had a 30 car field.
Well, great job as you go and have yourself a great run here tonight. You got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my cousin Steve, my uncle Palo for watching. Give a shout out to Uncle Ron too. He sponsors the 358s, I believe. Shout out those guys. Shout out everybody at Coast to Coast, you Flieger for broadcasting for us. Thank you to all my sponsors, Dean Reynolds, Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, GG Drywall Services, everybody who makes this stuff possible. Thank you.
Alrighty, great run, and we'll see how it plays out here as we continue the season. Great run here tonight, and we'll see how it goes from here on out.
Yes, sir.
Have yourself a great weekend.
You as well, Flieger. Thank you.
All right, that's going to wrap it up here from USA Lakeland, Florida. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you all again for watching. And we'll see you next week. Congrats to all the winners. Everyone have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Good night.
Beating down the outside, give the win to Patrick Spangler. He
Scores, not enough. Jack Hit gets the win here at Eldora tonight.
Jackie trying to counter, won't get there. Dino wins to the 358s. Flag waves, give it to the Sam Akonda. Sam Bachman.
Trevor Garou got the flag in sight, and he will get the victory here.
Doors shut, final time off of 4. Christensen takes the checkered flag.
And it's a close race. It's going to be Shreves getting the win with Granny.
Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Give it to Gavin Chatham. Light some fireworks for the 007. Brockman brings home the win. The Iceman brings home the win. Give it to Chad Griggs.